Think about it. This is Kendra with Truist TV, and I'm back with another video. And I just wanted to talk about interracial dating. And I need some understanding. When I see interracial dating, well, when society sees interracial dating, at least this is what they portray, right? They say it is a means to cure America of racial divide and hate. But I don't hate anybody, but I can marry a white man. I can't personally, but I'm just saying, one can marry a white man and still have racial preconceived notions of white people, which is prejudice, right? I can even have an outright racist view of white people. You think that a white man can't marry me and still be racist? How does us getting into a relationship changes his view of black people as a whole? He can look at me as an individual within the spectrum of the so-called black race, but he can still have a racist view of us as a whole. We see this all the time in interracial relationships where the man thinks less of the black woman, which means that his performance isn't great, right? Meaning that he didn't care to walk out and leave. They may have physically gotten to a physical, actual altercation where he's put his hands on her because he thinks, well, black men do it. He can think less of her, think she's ignorant, not smart enough, can act out in very many different ways in a relationship when one is racist, have a view of his own mixed race children in comparison, or her mixed race children in comparison to a full white child. Given society in America and globally, to be honest, how can one not realize that interracial dating was by design? It was orchestrated the same way the white supremacist said that he takes alcohol, drugs, and guns to a black community and drops it off to the black people and wait for them to kill themselves. Do we not understand that they would even try to genetically exterminate you by even using their own people? Because all you have to do is then influence the mixed children to date white children, fully white children, and then there you go. That would be genetic annihilation. And we think we don't understand evil. We think we do, but we don't. It's way more calculating than you think. And so, I'm not saying white people and black people can't fall in love. I'm asking how. Given the circumstance in society and historically, right? Given the circumstance in society and historically, how do we fall in love with each other as so-called black people and white people? What does the conversation look like when the white man goes up to the black woman and asks her out? What does a conversation look like when the black man goes to the white woman and asks her out, or the white woman goes to the black? What does that conversation look like? Given society. You understand how that doesn't make sense to me? And I get a lot of black men get mad at me for asking questions like this, and but it's just because you don't want to admit that some of the way you think is brainwash. Even the way black women view you and you view black women are brainwash. The same way they teach black women, and some of it is learned from what we see in society, but the same way it is orchestrated to believe that black men cheat and don't want black women and cheat and don't take care of their kids. That's the same thing they tell the white woman, the same thing they tell the black woman. Same way they try to portray black women as not being monogamous, as being masculine. They tell that to every nation. It's the same way they peddle that to black men. Is that not brainwash? You find docile and submissive black women in every corner or neck of the woods. No matter what neighborhood you find her, and you can find one submissive, not submissive, and you can find this submission or not submissive women in every nation. But yet it is orchestrated. You can find white men who walk out and don't take care of, and Asian men and so forth, of different Spanish, Hispanic, different nations of men not taking care of their children, abandoning their children, not liking their own women, dating outside their race in every nation. But is it not brainwashed and orchestrated only in the black community to believe these negative things about each other? But we don't believe that we're brainwashed. So I want us to take the time to realize and unplug ourselves from this matrix that we think for ourselves, because we don't. Even I don't. Some of my very attitude, personality, some of the way I think is very much orchestrated from the power that be, that is backed by white supremacy. So I wanted to do this quick video on that because it is a discussion that is not openly discussed in a deep way, where we fully hash out the fact that we think for ourselves. And a lot of black men, they don't want to admit it either, because they're a popular choice right now, because it's profitable to keep you and your women divided. But when you realize that you aren't really popular choice, and that it is easier to fool you than it would be your women. They can make you gay if they want. They can make you relinquish your masculinity when they want. These are all the things that they do. If they don't make you gay, they'll make you hate your mother. They'll make you hate your sister, and they'll make you hate your women. But they'll make you have an unrealistic desire for men. Your father, even when he does evil, they won't tell you it's evil. They'll say it's your mother's fault. Anything to make you hate women, which is ultimately to get you from women so that you can be homosexualized. That will be another way to deplete you, because not only are you now not mating with your own women because you hate them, but you're now gay and you are no longer reproducing. See, we don't understand how calculating evil is when it comes to white supremacy. We think we have it, and we don't. You are now gay, you hate your mothers, you have an unnatural love for your father. Even when he's wrong, you don't call his wrong. You blame your mom, which makes you hate women, which either makes you gay or date outside your race. Both things will exterminate your people. Anyway, this is Kendra with Trust TV. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay up, stay blessed. Put God first above all else. Peace out. Bye. Just saying.